Hi, it's Nikki Howard here, your emotion code practitioner. I felt called today to do a video about muscle testing in general. I've done a video about muscle testing as an emotion code practitioner and how to use it within the emotion code session. But on this video, I want to take it much wider and show you the technique that I use and how you can actually use muscle testing in your everyday life to improve your life in general. It's, for me, such a simple technique that's so underestimated, very little used, very little known, and yet it's incredibly powerful. So muscle testing is just basically a physical body response to receive the answer of a yes or a no or true or false to a statement that is said or a question. And there's no mysticism about it. It's just basically your innermost soul that's giving you the answer. And that there are a variety of ways. You can go onto Google or, on YouTube, search on YouTube to find muscle testing, because there are so many techniques and everyone has the favorite way to do it. But it can be used for making decisions, for seeing if, for example, if medication is good for you, which essential oils to use, what is good for you right now, what you should do on your to-do list for the day, which project you should start with, all sorts of things. You can basically go through your whole day using the muscle testing for finding out what you should be doing, even what music to listen to. It's really your soul telling you what is right for it. So it drops you completely in your heart. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk basically about the three different techniques that I use or have used, although there are endless other ones out there. And then I'll explain to you how to use them, because I think that once you see what I'm talking about, it will help you to understand how to use it for your everyday life. So a lot of people know about the pendulum. The pendulum is a form of muscle testing. There is no mysticism about it. There's no spiritual thing about it, although in a way it is, because it's with your soul and your spirit. But it's basically your innermost self that is giving that message down through the brain, down through the arm, through the muscles in the arm, into the pendulum. And it's almost like a physical manifestation of the deepest innermost thoughts, right at soul level. It's just an externalization of what is actually happening on the inside. I use pendulums, but I actually find it quite slow for many things. It has its uses, but I actually do prefer proper muscle testing. So a very simple muscle testing technique you can use is what's called the sway test. And this is where you stand upright with your legs relaxed and not in a locked position. And if you want, you can just put your hands on your heart just to bring yourself into your heart, and just empty your mind and close your eyes. And then you can ask your body questions. So you can start with, to get to know the technique, questions you already know the answer to. So my name is, for example, Nikki Howard. If I did the sway test with this, my body would sway forwards because it's a true answer. If I said my name is Joe Bloggs, my body would actually sway backwards, which is like it's avoiding that, which is false. So to do the sway test, you can start with a few answers that you already know, a few questions that you already know the answers to, just so you begin to get this feeling of this movement. So try a few false and a few true questions, and then you can then use it for all sorts. You can hold. I've just got my cat trying to claw at me at the minute. You can hold a medication that you want to take in your hands and ask, is this medication good for me? And see what happens. You can try it even with a piece of clothing. Should I wear this today? And see what happens. So you can play around with it with very, very simple things that are fun, like, as I said, like with clothes, with colours, with makeup, with perfume, with essential oils, with music. Have fun with it. and then you'll be able to take it onto other things, which I shall talk about after I've explained the different techniques. So the sway test, your body will sway forwards for a true answer and it will sway backwards for a false answer. I have used this one as well for testing beliefs, and it's actually quite revealing. You can ask your, for example, I think I asked myself, do I believe in myself, or do I believe in what I do? And what you think is going to come out, what actually does happen, could be completely different. So it's not about you influencing the answer in the end. So you can go through a whole list of beliefs and just state them. So, for example, I am worthy, and then see how that reacts. So I am worthy, would it actually go forwards or backwards? And you can actually even go down a whole list of beliefs. You can write out a load of beliefs and then go through each one of them and see which way they go, and then you'll know which beliefs to work on. Now, the other muscle testing, which I use a lot, I use all the time, in fact, in emotion code, is by using the fingers. So I make a circle with my thumb and my ring finger. And then I use the index finger of my other hand to break the circle, if you can see that. So if it breaks the circle, it's a no. And if it doesn't, it's yes. So my name is Nikki Howard, my name is Jo Blogs, and it breaks it. It's a very, very simple, quick technique. It means I can whiz through things at top speed without even really having time to think. So that is really good because it's not getting it in your head, it's just coming straight from the automatic reaction. The technique with this is to really find the pressure. If you press too hard, it won't be able to break. If you press too light, it'll just break too easily. And so it's playing around with it, asking yourself lots of questions until you really find that sweet spot where it works perfectly for you. And then you can ask yourself all sorts of questions and test the theory. My cat is just playing around with me like crazy at the minute. I've got a long skirt on and it's using it to hide under. It's quite funny. So yes, so you can ask all sorts of questions. Is the weather going to be sunny today? Nope. Well, there we go. That answers that one. So as I say, you can use the ring finger and the thumb, and you use the index finger to break or not break the circle, and that is quite solid. I cannot break it. There's other ones as well that people use by pressing on the finger or by pressing the arm. I don't use those, so I'm not going to talk about them. I only use this one, and I feel this is the best one to really talk about. So have a practice with this of doing a no and a yes, a no and a yes, no and a yes, until you get that real sweet spot. So muscle testing, as I said, you can use for a whole variety of reasons. Vitamins to take, medication to take, oils. Which oil should I use today? My diffuser. What clothes should I wear? And so you could take a piece of clothing. For example, if there's two pieces of clothing that you really like, but you can't decide which one to wear, hold one or place it in front of you, place it on your lap, and then ask, is this clothing good for me to wear today? And then ask it, and then ask for the other one. You change the clothing, and then try that one. You can also go down, if you have a list of things to do for the day, you can ask, which, my cat just clawed me. For example, which one should I do today? Which one is my priority to start with? And then you go through and read everything. So to write a letter, to write the email, and then go through all the list, and then you can work through your priorities. Which project to start on? If you've got a number of projects, which project should I start on today? This one, that one. You can you can more or less go through your whole day using muscle testing. What should you eat? What is good for me today? Shall I, if you've got a choice of food, is this good for me? Is this good for me? Is this good for me? And go through each one and ask and see what answer comes up. You can use it for shopping. If you're going out shopping and shopping for your food and you're not sure which product to get. You can use muscle testing as well. Now, you can get so quick with the muscle testing that the answer can almost come before you actually do the muscle testing. It's a split second before. And over time, you begin to learn to trust that voice so much that you don't actually need the muscle test. The answer will just come straight the way. So it's also a great way of tuning into your intuition and your inner voice, so they won't have to stand in the supermarket doing the muscle testing. Obviously, I wouldn't do the sway test in the supermarket, but the finger test you could. And then over time, you'll begin to be able to answer that question immediately. Should I buy this food? Should I buy that food? And you'll get a yes or a no quickly. But it's a really fantastic way. Don't use it for things like, numbers for the lottery. That takes you completely out of alignment with your soul's needs, and that's more of an it's coming on a whole different level of needs, basically. So really, what is good for your soul right now, and just play around with it. Why not do it? Yeah, for your clothes, something that isn't going to take a major part in your life. That doing your to-do list is a different could be a different kettle of fish. But have a go with the fun stuff first, and then once you gain that confidence, then start doing with the more serious, the serious questions, and try it, yes, on beliefs, and find out really what your deep inner beliefs are. So that just gives you a few ideas, but it will really help you to trust and to take that guidance on what is really good for your soul, because it's not your head talking, it's not you being influenced by the outside world. It's about tuning in to who you are, the essence of you, within the soul of you, within the heart of you, and what that is really calling out for. I do have friends who will do this for a whole day, that they will try it for a week, and they'll just do muscle testing all the way through, and they're actually astounded at what comes out and how their life can change through it. So it's a simple technique. Have a go, and please put in your comments what you tested for and what the outcome was and how that changed for you in the day. I look forward to hearing more about you. And to hear more about me, you can hop over to my website, which is nickihoward.com. That's NICKY Howard.com. And you can find all about me there, my emotion code, and also my healing art, which is Into Art of Expression, and a whole host more. Great to see you soon, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care. Bye.